Leapin', leppin', wing-a-ding-dong here. Oh my. Oh my lands. Am I excited? Oh my lands. People, they have released a new pack. Oh! Ferguson, Ferguson, Ferguson's, Ferguson's, Ferguson's. Yes, they have Ferguson's. Whee! I am happy. The reason is because I was always wanting an older tractor pack. And one of my favorites is the Ferguson. Now, let's get started. So, I go to brands. Go to Ferguson. Oh. The first Ferguson we're going to take a look at is the TEA20. Base price $2,500, no options. $127 initial leasing cost. That is cheap. It has a 17 kilowatt engine, 4-cylinder, 23 horsepower, has 30 liters of gasoline, and top speed of 13 miles per hour. You can have your standard tractor. Oh, also, there is no color options, just Ferguson gray. You can have a grill guard, if you so choose, for $20. 50 kilogram front weight, which is basically a piece of metal with a concrete bag on top, for $40. A 100 kilogram front weight for $80. And then back to your standard. You can have a fender and foot plate. Shell fender, no foot plate. As in, you have your shell fenders and no place to rest your feet. And then you have the foot plate. Your 3-point configuration. Now, this is where Ferguson really got famous for. Before Ferguson's, you basically just had a standard drawbar, I believe. No. Beforehand, you had just a standard hitch. It was just a plain old hitch. If you've ever seen a Farmall, an early Farmall, we're talking maybe an F20, F30, they just had a standard hitch. The plows and everything like that was manually lifted via a handle in the back. You'd reach back and you pull it back, and that would raise your plow, and you push the lever forward and it would lower the plow. So, Ferguson, which later became Massey Ferguson, introduced the 3-point system. This revolutionized farming. And it revolutionized it a whole. It was kind of like what would be a good technological advance now? Be almost like a no, wouldn't be like a Tesla. It'd be almost like a like the e-reader, the e-ink when it first came out. Now maybe you may go, oh, what's an e-ink? Well, that's just the old Kindles. Some of the first Kindles. Okay. This was kind of like that. Okay? This was huge in farming technology. It was huge. Now, of course, Ferguson and Ford, I think Ford, what did they do? They rented, they leased, or they bought patents It's a messy history between Ferguson and Ford, but the thing that Ferguson, of course, is known for, as I said, is the 3-point hitch. You have the standard pickup hitch, and then you have the swinging drawbar. Now, the swinging drawbar was another revolutionary thing in tractor technology back when this tractor came out. Your implements had a little bit more give to them. They wouldn't break as easily. It was a wonderful system, and it still holds up today. All tractors that you see today, whether it be Europe, Asia, Russian, American, Canadian, any of those, Australian, any of those, you have the 3-point drawbar that was brought about by Ferguson. You can have different decal configurations. You can have the Ferguson hood decal, the classic one. The Ferguson early decal. This is when their tractors were made in, I think, early 30s, maybe late 30s, early 40s. You can have a front loader on this tractor. I love these things. This is just, my goodness, this is old technology at its best. You can have without and with. Your wheel setup. You can have chains on it for traction. Chain 2, chain 1, both 200. The front loader is $400. Decals, early is 22. Standard is 12. And of course your swinging drawbar, $500. So, if you gussy this fully up, base price $2,500, options $1,302, total price $3,802, initial leasing cost $193. A very cheap tractor, and it will last you a lifetime. Now, if you have that loader, you have a little shovel, 500 liters, $120. Initial leasing cost, $6. You can have a weight that you can put on the back of the tractor, which I don't know why you would, but $120, $6 initial leasing cost. The TEA half track. Now, the half tracks. This was an early modification for tractors so they can have tracks on them, as you can tell. You would usually have your rear drive, wheels in the back, with kind of like dummy wheels sitting there on the side, or also known as bogies, and you put the track on, and boom, you have yourself a tracked tractor. You can have your standard configuration. Now, all these tractors, except for one, I believe, is 23 horsepower. All of them are 30 liter. All of them top speed, 13 miles per hour. The difference is the wheels, and on the last one, which I will show you here shortly, it's a massive, awesome thing. Of course, you can have your 100 kilogram front weight for $80. Oh man, I need a $2,800 base price, $142 initial leasing cost. Of course, your plate, blah blah blah. Your swinging drawbar, pickup hitch, your decals. You know, front loader. Now, ski or wheel configuration. You can have regular half tracks. You can have skis and half tracks. I assume the skis were probably used in areas where, or you could switch them out during the winter for maybe winter wheat, maybe winter crop rotation. Or you could, I think some of these are even used in the Arctic, if I'm correct. I know a lot of them are used in the British military. But yeah, you can have skis on the front. You can just have 6 wheels. 2 drive, 2 steer, 2 bogies. You can have the half tracks and half track and skis. Really cool modification for these tractors back in the day. Skis and wheels are $200. 6 wheels, no extra charge. Skis and half tracks, $200. And of course, if you gussy this up, which it really doesn't matter on those, $2,800 base price, $1,302 in options, $4,102 with initial leasing cost of $209. Now this is a very special tractor, the TEA-20 Tandem. Oh, I love these. This is an awesome early modification for 4-wheel drive. What you would do, in fact, let me get the wheels here where we can do triple. What you would do is you would mount 2 tractors in tandem. The front tractor would be the steer wheels with an engine powering those wheels. Okay? The back would be the rear tandem, which would also be powering its own wheels. Thus, you have a 4-wheel drive. To turn this tractor, the wheel that you're sitting in the back, you are in the back, there was a linkage from that wheel down along the tandem up to the steer mechanism in the front engine. It was hydraulically steered, I think. No, maybe. So it's got fuel lines. I believe you would have 1 tank per tractor. That looks like a hydraulic pump to me. So, oh, I love this. 35 kilowatts, 47 horsepower, because why? You have 2 engines. Top speed still 13 miles per hour. If you go with the standard wheels, $4,800, $244 initial leasing cost. You can have the straight fender and the foot plates. Notice it's only on the back. Oh, now I look at it. You can have straight fender foot plates, straight fender no foot plates, shell fenders foot plates. If you go either the shell or the straight with the foot plates, $100. Of course, your pickup hitch, swinging drawbar, $50. Decal configuration, dual decals, 22 and 12 respectively. You can have triple wheels for $500. You can have double wheels for $200 in standard. If you decide to gussy this up, $4,800 at base price, options is $672, total price $5,472, initial leasing cost $279. You can have a pallet fork for the wheel loader, $70. Initial leasing cost, $3. Manure fork, $150. Base price, initial leasing cost, $7. You can have a grapple for wood, $230. Initial leasing cost, $11. You can have a cord wood saw for sawing wood, $240. Initial leasing cost, $12. You can have a 3-ton tipper. Base price, $650. Initial leasing cost, $33. You can have it as a bale wagon for the same price. You can have a 1-furrow plow. You need at least 15 horsepower. This tractor's got it. It is 1 meter, 7 miles per hour. Working speed. Base price, $100. Initial leasing cost, $5. See, those you don't really need. Okay. You can have a 2-furrow plow for $170. $8 initial leasing cost. Horsepower, 20 horsepower. 1.5 meters, 7 miles per hour working speed. Now, you can have a 3 to 5 furrow plow. Your base is a 3-furrow at $250, $12 initial leasing cost. You need at least 20 horsepower to pull it, and it will plow at 7 miles per hour. You can have a 4-furrow, same stats, just a higher price, $300. $15 initial leasing cost, and a 5-furrow, $250, $100 option, $350, $17 initial leasing cost. And now we get to look at the Fergusons. Look at these. Oh, these are beautiful. The details alone are just wonderful. Very basic tractor, as they were. Let's start these little babies up. I love it. Oh, I love these old tractors. Probably because I was raised around old tractors like this. Of course, your loader here. Oh yeah, you can open up your little toolbox. Your little loader there for 500 liters. And a fan spins as well on all of these. This is your standard tractor here with no modifications on the front. Of course, like I said, they all sound the same. Now this is the half track here with the ski front with a loader and of course the drawbar. This here's a half track with the wheels fully decked out with loader and drawbar. This is a Ferguson with the wheels and skis without half track, fully decked out. This here is one with the 3 wheels, fully decked out. And then my favorite, the 4-wheel drive. Now if you remember, I said that this is all attached to linkage. Let's see how this is. So you got your wheel here, your steering wheel. That goes down to a steering box, which then comes out, and I bet what happens, yeah, this is a hydraulic pump here. So I wonder if that hydraulically runs this other steering box. Which then can turn. Yeah, looks like it. Because you got... There's a hydraulic ram right here. That's to turn the back of this. And it looks like this here to shift your gears. You'd have a hydraulic ram here. And that would be attached. Okay, that would be attached to the gearbox via some kind of linkage system. Wow, this is super complex. So that would be driving the hydraulic pump. And then... which would... There's your steering. Okay, there's your steering box right there. So it comes to, I assume, a worm gear. And then into this linkage, which is a Z linkage. Like you find on a front loader, big wheel loader. And then that is attached to the back. That's a separate hydraulic system there. And that turns this front portion. Then you have a separate hydraulic system for the gear shift, which is hydraulically activated. Wow, that is complex. And very cool. So if we turn... Okay. So at standard rest, it's sitting there. And then it lengthens out. And that literally turns the front. And then it Z's in to turn to the side. Wow. Now, even though this is 47 horsepower, it's still topped up at 13. Because, although you would think it'd be 26, but it's not. They're mainly ratioed the same, so. Also, these gauges on both these work at the same time. That is detail. I like that. This is early four-wheel drive, my friends. Early four-wheel drive. Look at this. I love it. I love it. I love stuff like this where the farmers had to come up with their own ideas. And it performs slalom beautifully, probably because it's low speed. But still, it performed it beautifully. How's our turning radius? Let's go out here. Yeah, it's wide. It's quite wide. Quite wide. How does it absorb the bumps? Well, kind of really doesn't. Because these don't have shocks on them. They're straight axles. but it does climb well. Of course, top speed 13 miles per hour, so we're there. Also, if you notice with the headlights, there's none on the back one, except for the rear light. There are in the front. So he also had a very complex electrical system as well. Oh, complex back then. Today it'd be easy, but well, maybe not. Brakes, yeah, they're good. So, alright, I'm going to return this back over to the tractor pile, and we'll take a look at the implements. Alright. Here's your little 3-ton wagon. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Here's the 5-bottom plow, or as they call it, a 5-furrow. Here's a 1-furrow, 1 bottom as we call it. 2 bottom, 2 furrow. The gripper, and of course a little saw. And saw does work. Demonstrate that real quick with this standard tractor here. Let's see if I can. Oh. There we go. Okay, we'll lower that down. I don't really know what you're... Oh, look at that. Oh, the little... Oh, that's adorable. And necessary. Oh, I love it. But yeah, the saw bench works just fine. Oh yeah. Of course, the grapple is just like any other grapple for wood and stuff like that. So, yes, sirree, Bobs. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, this modder put their heart and soul into this. And they did a very, very good job. Let's see here. Let me get the modder's name real quick. Alright. I have the modding company here. By North Modding Company. North Modding Company. Leapin' Leppin' here. You did excellent on this mod. I have no complaints on this. This is a wonderful, wonderful mod. You must give yourself a big pat on the back. I am not kidding you. I'm going to test out this 1-furrow plow real quick, and we'll show it to you. So I'll meet you there at the field. Alright. Been excited about this. Looks like it's Ralph this time. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Moves at the right speed. I love how it labors. It's exactly what one of those would do. This is an awesome mod. I love it. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna take this back over there to the show area there, and we'll wrap this up. This has been Leapin', Leppin', Wing-a-Ding-Dong. In short, this is probably the best mod I have ever seen in Farming Simulator for a very, very long time. I love my harvesters. I love when they put new tractors in. But this to me strikes deep. Because of the history of these. Because of the beauty of these. We'll get to those another day. Yes. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, this has been Leapin', Leppin', Wing-a-Ding-Dong. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you do so subscribe, make sure to ring that bell for notifications whenever I upload a new video. Leapin', Leppin', and the Fergusons, out.